What? Is this gonna work? This just might work. Oh, okay, let's do this. Wow, okay. It's your girl T-A-Y-O. Back and better with another video. Today, I am gonna do something different, you know, a little cooking video for y'all. Y'all might not know, but one of my many talents is, you know, I can flip and whip in the kitchen. So I'm coming straight to you in mi casa. This might be a little dark, but I'm coming straight from my house this time on my, you know, mobile vlogging cam. I'm really excited right now. So let me tell you guys the saddest thing that happened to me. I sat down and recorded my video. I just finished recording. I recorded it. It took me maybe like an hour. Now I'm using my new like vlogging tripod camera shit. So I put like the mic thing in it, like this little thing in it, and it was supposed to like capture all the sound on the video. So I was looking back at the video, about to start, you know, editing it up, and I realized not one video has sound. So now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to literally voice over everything. So I just wanna apologize in advance for everything. Like, I'm honestly so upset. Like, it took me forever to make this video and there's not even sound on it. So I'm gonna voice over everything, and I hope you guys still enjoy this video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and you will see that, you know, my bride price is going up. You know, get you a girl who can cook, can sing, can dance. I could rap, I could do everything, like, honestly, like. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. So for this, here's the ingredients you will need: sazon, parsley, thyme, adobo, curry powder, hot pepper, any Alfredo sauce, Alfredo pasta or any pasta, and shrimp. And last but not least, Maggi, aka Nor. So like I said, I am so sorry about the whole video voiceover, but the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your Alfredo. I use regular Alfredo, but you can use any one. It really doesn't matter as long as it's pasta. You're gonna pour it in the water like I did. And yeah, so what I do is I add some oil so that the pasta doesn't stick together. And I know some people are really picky about measurements, so like a tablespoon of oil into the water just so it doesn't stick. Now I walk back over to my seasonings, and I don't like shrimp tails in my food, so I'm just separating them right now, just separating all the shrimp tails. And like I said, you can use any Alfredo sauce because we're gonna end up seasoning it up anyway, so it can just be like a cheap brand. My mom bought the bougie brand. You're gonna need some seasonings. It doesn't have to be those ones specifically, but seasonings similar to those ones. And I'm still picking my shrimp tail and laughing at a joke that my brother said. And there's my assistant, my little sister, and she's basically useless throughout this whole video because I called her like 3 times and she was not helpful. But anyways, there's Tolu. She's supposed to be my assistant, and I told her to cover the pot. An ingredient I forgot to mention was onions. You don't have to add onions, but I add onions anyways. The pot was going off, but I add onions. You will also need a little garlic, just like the onion. It's not by force, but it just enhances the flavor. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? So just add a little garlic to it. Okay, so here I am turning off the stove and I'm pouring the water into the strainer, which was not a smart decision. I just ended up pouring mad hot water into the strainer. What I should have done was put the strainer in the sink and pour the pasta in the strainer so that the water just drained out into the sink. But anyways, I just poured all the water out, and now I'm gonna attempt to put the pasta in the strainer properly. And some was sticky at the bottom, which is fine. It really doesn't matter. Just try to get as much out as possible. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking my mom's world's famous cooking stick and I just crushed the Knorr with that. I put the pasta aside. Now you want to focus on your seasonings. I put the stove on about 7 just to get it started up. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to marinate the onion and the shrimp together, season that all up. I also put the Alfredo sauce on the side there. Just gather up all your seasonings at this time. And I don't really measure out stuff. I just put the seasoning until Jesus tells me to stop. But I know some people are, very, very picky. So I would just try my best to put everything. So at this point is when you want to grab your shrimp and your onions and you want to put it in the pot. Unfortunately, there's still pasta in the pot that was a little crusty and burnt, but it's all good. It's all good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of oil in there just so it doesn't get burnt up and the shrimp fries up a little. About 2 tablespoons. Then I'm going to take the whole Knorr cube. You're gonna need the whole thing, okay? So just put it all up in there. I don't know why I was so excited, but anyways, just put the whole Knorr cube in there. Fun fact, only Americans call it Knorr. If you're a true Nigerian, it's Maggi. You know it as Maggi. Your mom uses Maggi, not Knorr. But it's all the same thing. I'm gonna add a little curry now, about a teaspoon or so of curry. It might even be more. Like I said, I put seasonings until Jesus tells me to stop. I put some all-purpose seasoning and I went ahead and sprinkled some adobo all over that shrimp. And I also added some thyme. Is that curry or thyme? Either one, but I put both anyways. And I, mixed it up in the kitchen, wrist twisting, stir fry. Now this is when things can start to get really dangerous because it's time for the pepper. Now personally, I like to eat a lot of peppery foods, but not too much. You can put as much to your pleasure. I only put a little just to spice things up. And after that, I will go ahead and put my parsley seasoning. Not too much because parsley is basically tree leaves, and you don't want too much tree leaves. But yeah, just sprinkle a little in there, and after you just stir it up. And I add the Alfredo sauce this time so that it can also marinate, and the Alfredo sauce can also have seasoning. So while I am stirring it up, I asked my assistant to put water halfway in the Alfredo jar, and I'm gonna stir it up so that any remaining Alfredo can just get in there too. And I'm gonna use that as a base and add the water into it. It's gonna get thick at the end anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I added my garlic in this time, which I should have done before, but it's gonna work. Don't worry. Wow, just look at that. All the seasonings, the juiciness. Wow, my mouth is watering. So I'm turning the stove up because it really needs to be on high to take full effect, full action. I shook the jar a little with the water. Tolu put too much water. Again, useless assistant. And I poured water on myself. It was just a mess, but this is my first cooking video anyways. We'll get better with time. So I poured a little of the water in there, and I'm going to go back and stir it one more time, and it's all just gonna cook together. So stir a little more, and after that you want to cover the pot and let it cook on high for about 1 to 2 minutes. It burns really quickly, so just 1 to 2 minutes. So as you can see, it boiled up and cooked quickly. Now when I try things, I just put it on my hands and lick it, and boy was that good. Oh my god, it was so good. If you're looking for a wife, someone who can cook clean, that's me, that's your girl, you know what I'm saying? So now wherever you left your pasta, just go and grab it. So go grab it, and now we will be pouring it into the pot. Once again, my useless assistant. So pour it into a pot. I realized that I needed a stronger spoon to stir it with than the one I had. So wow, look at that. Just look at it. Like, yes, I wish you guys heard the sound it was making. It was sounding like some, I'm showing some mac and cheese. Was sounding like that. You know what I mean. You know what that sounds like. Look how juicy it looks. Make sure you stir so that the shrimp is evenly distributed. You don't want clumps of shrimp in one section. So just stir that all the shrimp is distributed evenly. So when you're done mixing, just go ahead and throw a cover on it and let it cook for about 2 more minutes. Now you have to watch it and make sure it doesn't burn, because if it burns, you're on your own. Wow, oh yeah, look at that. So this is the finished product. I really wish you heard the sound of me stirring it. Like, it was just so beautiful.
Put my dogs in the nighttime. Trap nigga with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors like tie-dye. I'm just tryna get it, I ain't tryna die. She got a big ol' on your booty, make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist twisting like it's stir fry. Hold 'em back.
Well, I'm actually really sad that there was no sound on this video. But anyways, I made my siblings taste test this and they actually really enjoyed it. At first, you know, they were a little nervous, which they shouldn't be because I cook for them every single day. And Toby gave me a thumbs up. They were really gassing me. It was actually really cute. My mom did not want to be on the video, but she said it was good. You know, it was good.
I get money like